Right, in this video we are back with the Mark III Golf, and in this video we're going to fix the dash cluster and see why is none of the segments for the mileage and the time clock being displayed. Have you ever had this problem before? So keep watching and we'll try and figure it out together. So this is a binnacle that I haven't even touched, I haven't gone near. This is the original OEM one, so ignore all the previous videos where I've been modifying the dash clocks. This one, it just displays nothing and nothing, like, I don't know why. If we turn it off, this now flashes. I can turn off the lights as well. I can pull out the key. It's still flashing, but there's nothing, there's no segments displayed. So even when I turn on the ignition, turn on the lights, still nothing. So yeah, let's get into it and see what the problem is. So there's two resources to use. One is if you Google CE2 Volkswagen wiring, a website will come up called XJamieX, and it has the whole breakdown of every single wire that's in your fuse box. Another one is a video that I've made, little tiny breakout wires. Where do they all go? So you can watch one of my videos. I'll leave it up here in the top corner or leave it in the description down below. So looking back on the website from many years ago at the Credit Club of Canada, I wrote this. So U211 and U27, these are the two fuses for the Mark II cluster, the same as Mark III and for the Grado. So we're going to look at these two fuses just here. So counting from here, this is fuse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think it even says on top as well. Yeah, fuse 11. And I'll put the multimeter onto it, but I'm going to check it out and I'm going to see if it's good. And then the second one is, I think, 21, which is the second last one, which is this green one here. So I'm going to check the two of them off camera and see how they are. So just after using the multimeter, we have continuity in both fuses and we have 12 volt in both fuses. So it's not that. So let's try, what was the other one we said? Two grounds, U110 and U213. Let's try both of them. Dropping down the fuse box and pulling it around a bit. These two light blue plugs here with all the white wires coming out of it. The one on the left is U1, the one on the right is U2. So U1, and coming from the, say, the inside out, so you go left, right, coming all the way down. So U1 and pin 10. That should be ground. So I'm going to do it off camera because I just can't hold everything. I'm going to check that that's ground. Okay, so we have ground in there. Right, let's try the next one. Do the next plug, which is U2, and coming from the inside back out from left, right, we want number 13, which actually is the bottom left one, and there is no ground in that. So that should be grounded. So we have an extra ground wire just sitting here. I'm just going to ground it and see what happens. Oh, we have something. Yes, look at that, look at that. Woo! The dash has come back to life. Brilliant. So for the eagle-eye viewers that would have read the very top line, it's solved and the ground is on the cylinder head. So because there's obviously no engine currently in it and there's no ground on the cylinder head, that's why it didn't work. So if you have this problem, it's because the ground on your cylinder head from, where is it gone again? From U213 is linked to G15, and that goes onto your cylinder head. So that's why your dash lights or your dash numbers aren't lighting up. So there you go. So all you had to do was ground that one wire. So now we have the mileage, and this the handbrake light is no longer illuminated. We pull the key out, everything's okay. Put the key back in, turn it on. Look, we even get extra lights as well, so no coolant or low in oil pressure, everything is correct. So delighted with that. So something really simple. So the reason why you have two lives and two grounds, so one live and one ground is just doing this time clock, and the other live and ground is doing it runs the whole binnacle. So it's like a switch live. So when you turn on the ignition, the whole dash comes alive. So if you didn't have the two of them, the lights here would run down the battery. It's the exact same as way you'd wire up your radio. So you have one is constant live and one is a switch live. Why is there two arts? No idea. It doesn't really make sense. Why couldn't you just run the art off everything? But maybe it's an extra way of showing, going, maybe there's a bad earth going to the engine, and that's why the dash lights would be linked to it as well. Anyway, solved. So there you go, guys. I'm absolutely delighted with that. So if you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe over there. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you later.